the 22. Watson, flush to his right. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, his 6th touchdown of this
game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Flushed out right. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And he shows some mobility there, getting outside of the tackles, moving to the right, making a nice play.
He had the whole field in front of him and was able to actually throw it about where he was looking.
Then last season really dipped down, just above 500 yards, only 3 touchdowns, of course. And he fires one that's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37.
And that's a great example. You don't want to change things too much. Oh, yeah, you also want to continue to get that great blocking he's received today, too.
Yeah, kudos to the guys up front indeed. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Josh Doxson, 66 yards. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at the big game, their big playability. They can strike from anywhere.
Together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help, because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Adrian Peterson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Redskins have taken the lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex.
Hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
2nd and 10. Here's Haskins again. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Vernon Davis, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws, and with the success, shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you.
Touchdown, Vikings! Dalvin Cook, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Now Cousins. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
I know a lot of people look at these games and think, all right, this thing's done. Let's have some sportsmanship. Let's not try and score. You should never do that in the NFL. I've seen big leads blown, and teams that look like they had a victory, all of a sudden we're going home with a loss. Bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Now Trubisky trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And now off to the races down the right side. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. 3rd down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
And it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field and an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points. Steelers has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground, and the Vikings pick up the football. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, 5, and they are going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong. Second half, pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went out right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tyrone Crawford just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football FC. And it's right about this time of year you start to say this is when the cream rises to the top. Week 15, 3 weeks left to go, but still plenty to be. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
That very impressive 7-game winning streak, trying to push it to 8. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. 20, 10, touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is. But
Prescott looks to throw on first. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns.
When the Cowboys pick up the first. From the red zone now, Prescott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. From 17 yards out, and the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield?
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator?
Well, they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On the counter, Elliott. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line